Hey guys, Lost here. Time for me to review my top 5 picks for the Arma 3 Mods of the Month for October. Hope you guys enjoy. Starting off at number 5, we have the MG42, which is nicknamed Hitler's Buzzsaw. The MG42 was used by Nazi Germany during World War II, and it was nicknamed Hitler's Buzzsaw because of its insane fire rate. It really set the stage for what automatic weapons would be throughout modern day. So the mod comes with a half dozen different versions of the weapon, a few different varieties of the original version back in the day, and some more modern versions with different color variants. With some of the modern versions, you are allowed to customize them with some modern attachments such as red dot sights, bipods, and laser lights. The weapon holds true to its real life counterpart, and it fires extremely fast, and it's super easy to run out of ammo with it. The weapon is to be fired under short bursts, and I would definitely not want to be on the other end of it. You can put long sniper scopes on the more modern versions, but I would not recommend sniping with it because after about 300 to 400 meters, it does lose quite a bit of accuracy if you're trying to do anything super long range. It's a super interesting mod, and it's nice to bring a little bit of history into Arma 3. Up next, we have the real-life city of Kiel. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It is located in Mali. The map is 60 by 60 kilometers. It is a desert commune in the northern region of Mali. It is also the capital of the Kiel Circle and the Kiel region. This region is extremely hot with over 100 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. The center of the map is dominated by a large sprawling city, and it is surrounded by large amounts of dunes, sand, and rocks. Super empty on the outskirts, but the city in the center is very, very large. Throughout the city, there are military bases, and it is definitely on the larger side out of all the maps that I've seen. And if you want to get a little better frame boost if you are in the city, I would highly recommend to lower your draw distance down a little bit. If you have a decent rig, you'll run about 60 frames, but if not, it's not going to absolutely tank your PC by any means. On the outside of town, there's also a large expanse and vast web of road networks that crisscross through the entire map to make travel a little easier. If you are looking for some pretty close quarters urban warfare, then I would highly recommend this map, but if you're looking for something more rural and on a large scale open field, then this map also has that as well. Down at number 3, we have the Canadian Armed Forces. Seeing as the United States is the pants of Canada, I figured I might as well pay tribute to them here. The mod does basically what it says. It adds a number of new features from the Canadian military. It adds in a couple of different camos for soldiers, for example, green tropical and a lighter arid color. It also adds in some helicopters and vehicles similar to the United States. So I figured since we were talking about another country's military, I'll give you some information about the country and the military itself. It has a total population of 35 million in Canada. Their available manpower is at 16 million. Their fit for service is about 13 million. Every year annually, they have about 500,000 new people reaching military age. Their active frontline personnel is 95,000, and their active reserve personnel is 51,000. When it comes to land capabilities, it has 181 tanks and 3,000 armored fighting vehicles. When it comes to air power, they have 426 total aircraft. Their naval power has a total naval strength of 63. On a world stage, their total ranking is 22 out of 126. There will be a link in the description if you want to go look at the rest of the information. I didn't talk about all of it because there are a lot of numbers that I just don't care to read. The weapons and gear are really well done. If you want another nation or country mod to go check out, this is definitely the next one that you should put on your list. At number 2 is a mod where if you ever want to take a trip around the world with your homies, this is the mod for you. It's a hot air balloon that can accommodate at least 5 people. And it works really well, it looks really nice, and it's one of those simple mods that you kind of have to appreciate. The hot air balloon was created by the same creator of the jetpack mod, which I reviewed last month. Both of them work really well, and I would not recommend turning off your engine in the hot air balloon when you are in the air, because saving yourself will not be very easy. The balloon has a max speed of roughly 100 kilometers per hour, depending on what you are using it for and which direction you are going. Since it's a balloon, it is kind of hard to gauge. The hot air balloon would work really well on a life server of some kind. I don't know how well it would work in a combat setting, since it's not very combat capable, and you're a gigantic floating target in the air with a bunch of bright colors. Other than transportation, I don't think this is really good for much else on the battlefield. However, don't get me wrong, I don't want that to discourage you from downloading the mod. It is plenty fun to explore new places with, try out new maps, and really get an awesome view of a new place, a new, wherever you're going. It's better than just flying around on a plane or a helicopter. I might actually take this hot air balloon when I'm trying out new maps by myself, because I enjoyed it quite a bit. Now at number 1, we have a map mod, and that is New York City. The terrain is a 16 kilometers squared map. It's big, and it keeps to the original scale of the real world place and terrain. The map is still a work in progress, and the creator tried to really make it as close to the real location as possible. It is a near one-on-one creation of Governor's Island, Liberty Island, as well as Lower Manhattan and parts of Brooklyn. The map is on the Steam Workshop, and it actually has a link to Google Maps if you want to compare the one-on-one locations to see how accurate they really are. The map is about 3 different sections, some of the islands and then some of the mainland parts of New York. There is the Statue of Liberty, though it is not exactly the Statue of Liberty. It looks pretty good for what it is. In this city, of course, there are tall skyscrapers and a lot of tightly knit buildings. There's also a military base on the map for some military exercises there. I really enjoy that this map is based around New York. Now, I've never actually been to New York, but there are very few maps that ever take place in the West over here in the United States. For most of the maps that I've seen usually take place over in Europe or the Middle East somewhere, which is totally fine. The maps look great. I just like to kind of get to see some familiar territory. When it comes to frame rate, I never really have a problem with it. If I have any issues, I will usually just turn down my draw distance, but this map I didn't have a problem with that for the most part. So we are getting to the end here, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Follow us on Twitch. I will see you guys later.
Like hard case
How much
for
do
you.
you need?
How many do you have? I'll take basically whatever you have.
Speed loader.
Give me stick that ammo. Hey, give me that 5.5.